the 2006 Winter Games silver medalist for Speed Skating Canada. Please welcome to the stage, Jason Parker!
Hello, USANA family! How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? All right. How many of you maybe were a little unproductive a few weeks ago while we were watching the Sochi Olympics? Anybody? Sorry, Darren Hardy, but you know, when the Olympics are on, what can you do? How about Team USANA at the games? I was going to share how the results were, but I didn't want to spoil the surprise for Dan. I know he was really excited about doing that, so I'm going to let him tell you how we did at the games. I want to ask you a quick question. Is your health important to you? How about, is their health important to the people around you outside of this room? Because I know asking you is kind of it's a loaded question, but those people outside of the room, do you think that their health is important to them? No. Not everybody. And let's think about some of those people. What happens if they happen to get a cold or a flu at a bad time? You know, what's the worst case scenario? Well, I mean, they might miss a couple days of work, feel pretty rough for a little bit. But other than losing a little bit of income from that, it's not really that big of a deal, is it? But think about it from an athlete's perspective. What happens if an athlete gets sick at the wrong time? And I can speak to that because I really struggled with my health for a long time. I had a lot of issues with staying healthy at competition time. I got to know my doctor really well because I got sick so much. And I was lucky because my doctor recommended that I start taking nutritional supplements. And I tried everything under the sun and nothing ever really seemed to work. And this continued on for a really long time in my career. And so this went on until December of 1997. I was coming back from some World Cups in Europe, and on the plane I ended up getting sick. And I got a really bad flu. And why this was significant was it happened 10 days before our Olympic trials. So I spent 5 days in bed. I lost something like 10 pounds, and that left me with 5 days to get ready for that competition. And so needless to say, I did not make that Olympic team. I had to, like a lot of us were a few weeks ago, I had to sit on my couch with my remote control in hand. But it was a really different experience for me because I had to watch all my friends, my teammates, the people who I grew up with, the people who I competed against. I had to watch them achieve my Olympic dream. And so I want to paint you a picture. You know, I had coaches, physiotherapists, sports psychologists, physiologists. I had a whole support team of people who their goal is to try and help me to perform at the peak of my abilities. And there was something that was missing. And unfortunately, I didn't know a lot about nutrition. I didn't know a lot about supplementation. I just trusted that they did. And unfortunately, they didn't. So that's when I started to research nutrition. And it brought me to this doctor by the name of Dr. Myron Wentz. And I learned about the research that he was doing on the human cell, how he was going to revolutionize the whole industry of nutrition. And now I thought that sounded pretty good. And so I thought, well, I'll look and see I researched a little bit further and see what he was doing. And found out that he started this company, USANA. And now I'd tried so many different products. I was hugely skeptical. But I made the commitment to try these products. And I decided that, you know, I'll give them 6 months. I'll try them for 6 months and see how they go. And boy, was I glad I did. Because after a couple weeks, I noticed that I was starting to sleep better. After a couple of months, I noticed that, hey, you know, my energy levels are coming up and I'm recovering better from my workouts. But the big changes happened right around that 6-month time frame. When I was back in my competitive season, and for the first time in my life, I felt like I was finally in control of my health because I just wasn't getting sick anymore. So now fast forward to 2006. So I missed 3 Olympic Games. I was the alternate for 4 different events. And I had the honor of being able to represent every single one of you and represent my country at the 2006 Winter Olympics. and was able to come home with an Olympic silver medal. Now, I honestly believe that I would not have this if I wouldn't have found this company. I honestly believe that. And now, I know that not everybody here is trying to win an Olympic medal, and that's okay. But what really concerns me is going back to that question, is your health important to you? You know, is the health of the people outside of this room, is that important to you? Is that important to them? Because it was recently that I found out just how important health is to me. Because I feel that a lot of people have this entitlement mentality around health, that we're entitled to wake up tomorrow, that we're entitled to be able to keep doing the things that we've done for a long period of time without doing anything to maintain or improve and protect our health. And what really hit home for me is that even I fell into that entitlement trap. And I started allowing the busyness of life to get in the way of taking care of my body. And that wasn't until I found out that just over a year ago that I have a congenital heart defect, which means I was born with a hole in my heart. And what this did is it made me realize that I'm not invincible. And unfortunately, none of us are invincible. So it really solidified the fact of how important it is for us to take care of our health and for us to use these products. Because I couldn't imagine what it would be like for me not to be there to watch my little girl grow up. But the bottom line is this. These products, USANA products, are trusted by the best athletes in the world. Over 700 of them. But they're designed to feed the cells. My cells, their cells, and your cells. So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to commit to taking these products every single day, because you never truly know just how big a difference they might make in your life. Okay.